I'm David from Levika Photography, and today, well actually 3 months ago, I got my first drone. And why am I actually talking about this drone? Because I believe that everybody that wants to get into a drone should actually buy a cheap-ass drone first. And I got this for a smoking deal. It was like half off during Christmas, and it cost me like 300 bucks. Shoots 4K video. Why I got this drone is because you're gonna wreck it. And because I don't know what I'm doing, I've wrecked it several times, and it's still in one piece. So it comes in a very tidy little box like this. And it comes with 2 batteries and a charger. And basically you get these crash guards, which I highly recommend you're using if you're flying it indoors. And these just clamp on to the edges like that. And it also comes with an extra set of propellers. So anyway, the way this thing fits in the box is the feet fold in just like so, and everything collapses down. This is the weird thing about this box, is you gotta pay attention when you actually open it for the first time, because these are stuffed in here just a certain way to where they actually fit. At some point I'll remember how these go in. Anyway, these did fit in there. They don't now. This is a very funky drone. Now, compared to normal drones are radio controlled. This one works off of Wi-Fi on your cell phone. But what cell phones does it actually work with? So you download the Breeze Cam software, and notice it says for cell phones, but for some reason, out of all my devices, this tablet works best, although it's not the easiest one to use. You turn the drone on, and you get this kind of disco light going, and then from here you go into your Wi-Fi settings. Alright, and then it says it's connecting to the Breeze, so I pre-connected it already. Alright, so you'll see blue, and then once it's connected, it'll give you a noise, and it'll be green on the actual drone, if you can see that there. And that means that you're actually connected. So from here, we can get out of here, go back to here, and now we've got our camera all ready to go. Now, while you can fly this indoors, you really need to look at the spec list of all of the stuff that it cannot fly over, like carpets with high patterns, certain types of tile, weird things like that. Luckily, in here our floors are concrete, and well, we've got this light kind of above us. But if we set it on the ground, you don't need to move the camera. You can leave it there. If you set it on the ground and we hit takeoff, this is what we get. This thing is powerful. It is so freaking strong. It's really like trying to pull itself away from me and go to the other side. So let me just hit stop. Anyway, it can take off. So there's a calibration mode that you have to go through to make sure that it flies straight. So it is pretty ridiculous. It's very loud. Don't fly it around your pets. They're going to hate you for it. They'll probably attack you in the middle of the night just for doing that. But anyway, let's go outside and play with this and see what it's like. Once you can see the camera through the viewer, you know that you're connected. So from here we hit take off and we swipe, and away it goes. Now the beauty of this is they're touch controls. So in order to get lower, you can simply just tap the buttons. Now you can also do smoother movements, like get it to rotate for you. And then you send this backwards. So the first thing you should do, and I like playing with this in the backyard, is you can simply rotate your view and then just learn how to move it forward and to the side. Try to dodge the trees. So to land, it's very simple. There's a button to land on the app. All you do is hit the button and it'll land and shut off. You want to be careful and not to fly it, around delicate objects. But when you do, it'll sense its height. And then it'll get out of its way. So it wants to be 4 foot away from something. So that's one of the problems with filming with using Wi-Fi as a radio connection. I have to put this out someplace else, and then I should be okay. But these will interfere a lot with this. And by the way, right now this is just flying off on its own for no reason. I have no idea where it's going or why it's doing what it's doing. And we're losing connection when it gets over there. So I gotta kind of pull it back. And still it's just going wherever it wants for absolutely no reason. Oh shit. Whoa. We want to go up. Up. Go up. God damn it. This is funny. Okay, so I got to bring it back over this way. Okay, that's good. Where's it going? It's just taking off on its own. One thing that I noticed, oh god, I'm losing connection. Shit. I don't know where it's going. Apparently. Shit. Oh no, electrical pole! Electrical pole! Oh crap, it's over the hotel. I don't know how I did that, but I brought it to a safe landing. Well, that was a little scary. Had my heart racing there for a second. Basically what I learned was that the drone itself actually lost calibration. It did not lose signal from me to the drone, but it actually lost calibration within the drone, so it didn't know where it was at. So I did find some post in a forum somewhere that somebody mentioned you should do calibration with both batteries. So stick one in, calibrate the drone, stick the other one in, calibrate the drone again, and then hopefully you don't have that issue. And I do think that these batteries actually have memory, because it does seem to be one battery that's giving me problems. So I'm not sure about that, but I will try it and let you know in the comments later on. Anyway, as far as the batteries are concerned, these do leak down fairly fast. And I just want to mention that this says it has a 12-minute flying time. Not true. It has a 12-minute power on time. It has 9 or 10 minutes of flying time. At 18%, it's going to tell you you should land soon. At 14%, it's going to land it for you. So just keep that in mind. Oh, and going back to the little incident, I also wanted to mention that you really should register your drone with the FAA and write your number on the drone. It's a very good idea. Let's just say if I didn't register my drone and I would have hit the transformer on the power line, it would have taken out a city block, and they would have done an investigation and found this drone sitting there cooked, and my neighbors at my business said, oh, it was this guy, he was out there playing with his drone and he hit the power transformer and shut all the power down, then I'd probably get a huge massive fine from both the city and the FAA. But just having it registered says that I know the rules about this and that I know what I'm doing, and if I did it, it was out of an act of either the drone losing calibration and flying off on its own, or something that I did. I don't know. But anyway, I know the ramifications would be a lot worse if they found out it wasn't registered. So make sure that you register it. That being said, it's very easy to do. It's like $5. It's not a big deal. And you have to register any drone that's over ½ pound. So keep that in mind. Seriously, you really do. The other thing I wanted to add was the camera. Now in this next video, I shot 4K video in a national park, and it was a lot better. But the 4K video is not image stabilized. So with this, I discovered that it can be a little shaky, but if it's not windy out, it actually does an okay job. In 1080p, this does do internal digital stabilization, but not very well. It looks kind of muddy and muted in the colors, not really super glamorous looking. The other issue that I ran into when shooting this next video is that the camera itself in the drone can only go 90 degrees. It can go straight forward and then down, straight down, and then straight forward again. So if you're shooting something and you want to see, kind of the horizon, you can't. In this case, it was mountain, because when you're flying forward, the drone tilts probably about a good 8 degrees, 10 degrees forward and flies like that. So what I discovered is if you fly backwards and tilt the drone back, then you can actually see up. So what I did was, in some of this footage, I actually reversed the footage, so I was flying in the right direction, but kind of giving the same feel. It's just a little tip trick to get around that. So anyway, let's check that out. It's not a bad drone. I mean, for $350 is what I paid for it. I think it's actually pretty good. Like I said, this is my first drone, so I don't expect it to make it through the entire year. At some point, I'll probably literally destroy it accidentally somewhere along the way. And as you can see, I'm not exactly a great drone pilot, so for first-time users, I definitely recommend something like this, just to get your feet wet so you know what you're doing. Then later on, once you're confident you can do something good with this, then you'll do something great with a real drone. I do think this is a real drone, but not like a radio-controlled drone, because it's just not. It's Wi-Fi. So it's a little temperamental. The one thing that does surprise me about this drone is it does very well in the wind. Today we probably had 15-mile-an-hour winds that we were flying around in at higher elevations, and the entire week that I've been playing around with this, it's been 20 to 30-mile-an-hour winds here. So, really did a good job. So anyway, I hope you guys like this review. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. Otherwise, we'll talk to you guys later. See ya.